Money made the beat. Money made the beat.
Okay, so how I came up with because you the shit. So one night I was just laying in bed and I'm like, okay, wisdom within is something that I came up with for school when I was doing my certification for life coaching. And I just kind of came up with it on a whim, and I had a light bulb tattoo. So I was like, oh, wisdom within, whatever. You're using your wisdom within you to figure out your problem. That would be cool. And then I added a light bulb. And I did that for a while, and I kind of I want to say I lost my spunk. If we're being honest, I lost my spunk. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, why, when, how, what. And I came up with the idea of just, I don't like one-on-one coaching. I would rather do things like this, like have tutorials and courses and tools and products for you to buy and videos for you to watch and blogs for you to read, versus me helping you through your problems. A lot of it because I'm an empath. If you don't know what that means, Google is your friend. But I tend to take on other people's emotions, and I haven't quite gotten it down pat on how to block other people's emotions yet. So I do tend to take on a lot of people's emotions, and that's heavy for me. So I'd rather help people from a distance. You tune into my channel, you follow me on social media, that sort of thing. And I'm also going to write a book, but for now I'm going to blog. And if you see me looking down, it's because I've taken notes, because sometimes I kind of ramble. And so in order to get me back on topic, I have, some notes. So that's why. But yeah, so I was just laying in bed and I was trying to figure out like why, who, what, when, where, why. And basically the one-on-one coaching, not for me. I'd rather do things like this. So then I thought like, okay, what am I going to do that's going to make me stand apart from other people? Because no one's going to be like, oh, wisdom within. That's Natasha. Like, oh, I guess. But I don't know. Funny enough, I was watching another girl named Whoa Vicky, and she does could never. I'm trying not to cuss as much because, I'm just trying, but I'm still gonna cuss, obviously, because it's in the name of my website. But anyways, that's her slogan. So when you hear could never, you think, oh, that's Will Vicky. Whether what you translate it with or not, that's neither here nor there. But the point is, that's her brand. And so I'm like, okay, I need a brand. And so I thought, what did I struggle with the most when I was in a toxic relationship? What was hard for me to believe about myself? And it was like, man, I remember laying in bed and being like, you're stronger than this, Natasha. Like, man, you have more honorableness to you. You have way more integrity in this than you. Like, you're true. Be true to yourself. And I would tell myself all the time, but yet I didn't believe it. And so eventually, when I got tired of being tired, I realized I was strong. I realized I was honorable. I realized I was independent. I realized I was true. So, I'm like, okay, I'm a shit. Strong, honorable, independent, and true. That's you. And if you don't feel like it's you right now, it will be, because that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on our self-talk. We're going to work on being able to recognize red flags. We're going to be able to notice what we limit ourselves to believe. Same thing is, I was my worst critic. I would always pick out all of the bad things, like I need to fix this, I should have did that better, or I'd worried about what people would think, what I need to do, instead of what I've already accomplished, how far I've already come. It was hard for me to give myself the small congratulations, the small good jobs, Natasha, the small pats on the back for the little things that I did, because we tend to just focus on the negative or what we need to get done now. And another thing that I worked on was being mindful, because I would always think of, man, tomorrow I need to do this, next week I need to do that, then I need to get this done, instead of thinking, right now I'm enjoying my home, I'm being able to talk to you guys, I'm being able to share my feelings, it's warm in here, and it sounds so crazy, but it's like, okay, why worry and focus on tomorrow and miss out on right now? Because tomorrow we're going to be doing that thing that we got to worry about tomorrow. So why not just worry about it tomorrow? It seems strange, but there's some truth to being mindful. The same goes with everybody's always like, oh, well, eat healthy and get proper rest and exercise. Everybody says it because there's truth to it. It does release endorphins and gets the serotonin going and all that good stuff. So and when we're tired, we don't perform well. When we're tired, it confuses our body to think we're hungry, so we can overeat. There's just a lot of things that go into why we always hear the same things over and over and over, to love ourselves, to put ourselves first, because once you understand that those things really have meaning and purpose, and they actually do help you, then you understand why everybody says it. It's not just a cliche, like there's a reason for it. So another thing that I was terrible at was self-talk. I would always be like, damn it, Natasha, or that you're just terrible at this, or man, I don't look good today, instead of saying, oh, yeah, I'm working on it. My makeup's getting a little better today than it was yesterday, or dang, I dropped it, but you know what? I picked it up. You just have to combat the negative with something positive. And if you're not good on a whim just yet, being able to be like, okay, this is what I said negative, so let me back this up with the positive. If you're not good, just be able to recognize that this is a negative. No, Natasha, don't do that. Don't talk to yourself that way, and then work yourself up to it. So just taking steps. I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect to be like, oh, overnight you're just going to change your mindset and you're not going to focus on negative things and you're going to talk to yourself better, because it's a process. I'm still working on it. And I've been working on it for at least 2 years. So, don't get discouraged. And a lot of people give up and they're like, well, I've been doing it for a week, or I've been doing it for a month, or I've been doing it for 6 months. It is literally a lifestyle change. You have to do it daily. It's like when they tell you to exercise and eat well, it's not for a couple months until you feel better and then go back to your whatever. It is something you have to actively do all the time. And something like that, for example, it's not that easy to just be like, okay, I'm eating bags of chips and cookies today, now tomorrow I got to eat fruits and vegetables and eat healthy. That's not really reasonable for most people. So what you have to do is ease into it. Instead of eating 2 bags of chips today, I'm gonna eat 1, and I'm gonna eat some green beans. Just kind of ease into it, baby steps, and gradually get into it. Now some people do have the self-control that they can just be like, F it, I'm not messing with none of that junk food, I'm throwing it all away, and tomorrow I'm gonna do this. And that works for them. But you just have to remember that everybody is not the same, just like everybody does not like the same color. I think this color is beautiful. Some of y'all out might there be like, oh, that's ugly as heck. But that doesn't mean that, what you think and what you do is irrelevant or wrong or right, because everybody is different. So there's that. Unlearning bad habits. Whew, Lord Jesus, helps all. But unlearning bad habits, so that's something that's very, 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 very time consuming. It is also a lifestyle change, I think, because I smoked cigarettes from the age of 17 to 30, and I decided to quit cold turkey. I used hard candy. I have a video on it, so I'm not even going to go into it. But I ended up quitting cigarettes, and it's been 5 years. Going on 6 years this year. And do I think about smoking cigarettes? No. But have I replaced it with other things? Yes, like soda and just things that aren't that great. So again, it's a work in progress. It's a lifestyle change, because there was something that cigarette gave me that I ended up filling that void once I got rid of that cigarette with something else, with like soda or whatever unhealthy thing it was. So instead of filling that void with something unhealthy, you should fill that void with something else healthy. So that's another topic for another day. But that's another thing that we're going to work on, is how to unlearn our bad habits. But the main reason why I started my coaching business is because I suffered with low self esteem. There was a lot of times, even when I remember being in school, that I would be afraid to participate in gym. So I would like when we did kickball and things where you had to go up and or hit the ball and kick the ball or whatever. I would try to when it came up to my turn, I would try to go back to the end of the line because I didn't want to go out there and do it. I mean, it's obviously totally obvious to the teacher that I'm not participating, but in my mind, I'm like, maybe they didn't see, maybe she didn't see. So, I just even from a little kid, I remember from having lack of confidence. And now in this time and day and era with technology and social media and everything being, the spotlight, confidence is kind of a big deal. It's actually more important than ability because you could be the best basketball player, but if you're shy and timid, are you really going to be confident enough to execute that ability? So yeah, I mean, you could be the most beautiful woman in the world, the most beautiful model, but if you're not confident when you're on the runway, are you going to be a good model? So, I mean, you just really have to you have to be confident, and that's what we're going to work on too, through my channel, through the episodes, is being confident. The system, we feel fear and nervousness and excitement the same way, so they're all like tied into the same feeling. So whenever you're nervous or anxious, instead of saying I'm nervous, I'm anxious, say I'm excited, I'm ready, because it's tricking your body into believing, okay, these feelings are not feelings of fear, they're feelings of excitement, because they're all adrenaline, they're all connected, they all come from the same place. So you just need to rewire your brain and your thoughts and to think of, okay, I'm not scared, I'm ready, I'm amped, let's get it, even though you probably are scared, but you're not telling yourself you're scared. Your mind tells your body how to react and how to feel. So it starts here. Another thing we're going to go over is how to visualize what you want. So you're going to see it. So one thing I did, it's crazy thinking back on it now, because back then I was way too young to be this self-aware, at least for me. But I was in high school and I was I was a cheerleader, and I was trying out to cheerlead, and I remember actually visualizing the moves in my head, the arm movements, before I went out and tried out. And so when I got out there, I saw myself doing it in my head. And so I was just doing it, and it was easy to remember. So it was great when I realized in my school for certification for coaching, when they had said to visualize what you want, because it's like if you picture it, it's like you can see yourself doing it in front of, me. I am not comfortable with talking in front of people, even though, it may seem like it. I've gotten a lot better with the camera, but I'm still a work in progress there. But getting up in front of a crowd, let's say of 100, just even 100 people right now, and if I was at a booth, speaking in front of people, I would clam up, I would be nervous, and so that's something that I want to conquer. It's something that I want to work on, but I know the best way to do it, if I were to be presented with the opportunity to speak in front of someone, I'd practice. And practice is always a good thing, as long as you're practicing it the right way, because if you practice something the wrong way, then you're just going to continue to do it the wrong way. So that's like, yeah, a whole nother topic there too. So practice the right way, and then also visualize it. So I'm just going to visualize myself in front of thousands of people, and I visualize myself, saying everything the way that I want it to come across. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as the message is clear, and not clamming up. I visualize it going well, and so typically when you visualize it going well, it goes well. If you visualize it to go bad, guess what you're gonna get? So yeah, nervous system, we feel fear and nervousness and excitement the same way. So they're all like tied into the same feeling. So whenever you're nervous or anxious, instead of saying I'm nervous, I'm anxious, say I'm excited, I'm ready, because it's tricking your body into believing, okay, these feelings are not feelings of fear, they're feelings of excitement, because they're all adrenaline, they're all connected, they all come from the same place. So you just need to rewire your brain and your thoughts and to think of, okay, I'm not scared, I'm ready. I'm amped. Let's get it, you know, even though you probably are scared. But you're not telling yourself you're scared. Your mind tells your body how to react and how to feel. So it starts here. Another thing that I was not so good at was receiving negative feedback. So I would always think of it as a personal attack or judgment. And even if it is, sometimes they are, you know, I take it with a grain of salt because not everybody's going to like what I think. Not everybody's going to like what I do. Not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to appreciate my products. It is what it is. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to help the one person or the two people over there or somebody who just was like, oh, you know what? I can relate to that. So the people who are there to try to be rude on purpose or be malicious, I suggest you do is to face your fears head on, challenge yourself. Remember that your perception of yourself is probably not correct. It's probably, if it's negative, it's probably not correct. And we are our worst critics. So if we think that someone else is thinking something bad about us, they're probably not. It's just us. We're just wired to think the worst about ourselves. And so when we remember not to limit our beliefs and when we change our perception about ourselves and remember that those negative views are probably not accurate, you'll start to feel a shift and a change. And then, you know, we're going to go into a lot of other things too, like meditating, yoga, you know, simple questions to ask yourself, and yeah, just a lot. So stay tuned for that. But the main thing I wanted you to get from this episode is the meaning behind because you the shit. So my website is up and going. It's becauseyoutheshit.com. On there you'll find my blogs. You'll see some testimonials. You can find a way to contact me on there. You can also shop my products. Right now I just have bath bombs for your feet. They come in different colors. It's a surprise, so you don't get to pick what color, but you do get 2 different types of bath bombs. One comes with Epsom salt, milk, and honey. And then the other one comes with lavender oil and sea salts. And they could be in red, blue, green. I have some neon colors like pink. I can't remember, but there are some neon colors. And then I will do ones who don't want any dye in there. That's the only request I will take, is if you do not want dye, you do not want color. But the cool thing that sets my feet bomb apart from all the rest is that I actually saged them. I saged them with affirmations to take away all of the negative energy and to bless your feet and your body with nothing but positive energy. So I do that, and yeah, that's also on my website as well. So I'll put that down in the description. And just remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot of more episodes. I'm excited now that I'm getting a little more comfortable in front of the camera. I still got a little tweaks to do, you know. But I'm working on it, you know. I'm getting there. I'm excited. I'm getting better with my confidence. So, you know, it's kind of cool that you'll be able to see my progress and we can work together and see each other's progress. Hey. But yeah, just remember that every day there's probably something that you don't want to do or you think you can't do. And just remember you can do it because you the what? Huh? You the what? You the strong person. You the honorable person. You the independent person. You the true person. That's you. I'm out.